welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews.
No, Jay's Beer Review.
Or Chad's Beer Reviews.
Jay's Beer Review.
Jay and Chad's Beer Reviews.
Alright!
Cue that music.
Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in.
We are drinking a pretty famous beer tonight.
A pretty famous American domestic
Yeah,
beer.
Samuel Adams Boston Lager, the flagship beer of Sam Adams. Do you want to read the description off the website?
1.9% ABV, full-bodied and complex caramel sweet balance with distinct citrus and piney notes. A strong, smooth finish and mouthfeel. That's the characteristics. But anyway.
You can cut all that other stuff out.
Yeah, we'll be able to do that.
170 calories.
For those who care about that.
Well, I mean, if you drink like a really heavy beer for, like, you probably wouldn't want to use this as a party beer or a barbecue beer. And we're both using Jay's Sam Adams mugs. I got a tumbler. He's got a
mug.
Oktoberfest mug. It's a amber color, crystal clear. The head is like white, kind of almost a fizzy kind of head.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like fizzy foam.
it's interesting. Look at the two different like cups, like how they pour. Like I got like a 2 to 3, 2.5 finger head. He's got like a 1.
Well, I had up to the rim, but it dissolved.
It dissolved, but like even like look at like mine's like a little bit more like thicker than
Yeah, yours is like fluffy.
which is kind of interesting. And just just I think just from the glass, I get a smell.
Yeah, it has a fairly generic beer smell. I'm smelling some hops in here.
Yeah, like when I compare this to like American lagers, I think this is like got a much more hoppier notes to it. Than
Yeah, this is this is like a borderline pale ale, really.
Yeah.
The only difference really is that ales are what top fermented.
Top fermented.
Yeah, ales are bottom fermented, or lagers are bottom fermented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, want to give it a taste?
Sure.
Okay.
Samuel Adams. It's like as soon as it hits you, it's like you get that hot bite to it.
Yeah, what I notice is, well, first of all, it's pretty hoppy, especially for like a lager. I definitely can taste characteristics of like pine. I don't know if you get that at all.
Yeah, I get caramel actually more than anything.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What I also find interesting is it is hoppy, but for some weird reason, it almost tastes creamy to me. I don't know why, and people say it shouldn't taste creamy. Well, it does to me. I don't know why.
Well, that's probably the caramel.
This is a great beer to have with like a steak. Give me a steak and a Sam Adams any day of the week, and I'm happy.
Yeah, this is a fantastic dinner beer.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of character.
Yeah, I still can't deny that their flagship beer is a pretty solid beer.
To me, this is kind of like a cross between a pale ale and a brown ale. It's got like that caramel kind of sweetness from a brown ale, but like that intense hot bite that you get in a pale ale or an IPA. This, I mean, if I was drinking this blindfolded and I didn't know what it was, I would just assume this is a pale ale. Probably it does not taste like a lager, which is actually the caveat to it, is that it's probably a little too heavy for a lager, because people want lagers as like a pretty easy, light, drinkable beer, like kind of a party or a barbecue kind of beer.
Yeah, I think the taste is so unique in its own way of what a lager is that I think I could get this in a blindfold test. I mean, at least definitely if you put up a Bud next to it. I mean, that's what's funny. It's you give me a Bud or a Coors or any of those, I probably couldn't tell. But
it doesn't taste like rice or corn. That's
No,
why.
it actually tastes like...
You taste barley and hops.
Yeah, and whatever else they throw in.
So, I mean, I like this one a lot. Just big, bold character, fairly smooth finish. I mean, it's got a pretty... I'd say it's kind of like almost an intense mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bitter swallow, but I think that, just like real quick, I think it goes away pretty quickly.
Yeah, it leaves kind of a bitter aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's got kind of a bitter / dry aftertaste, but I like the caramel sweetness here, so it's very tasty beer. I think I think but the only caveat of this beer is that it's a very heavy beer. It's like we said, it's 170 calories. It's probably like 15 grams of carbs. So I mean, I like it a lot, but is it one of my all-time favorite beers? No, but it's one of the most solid performers. You go to like a ballpark or a restaurant or something, and all they got is the big three plus this. Well, I'm gonna go with Sam Adams.
It's not even a question. I'm gonna always take this, with the exception of if I'm going camping, then I'd probably get a Miller Lite. Go ahead and finish this off and give you my final thoughts and grade. But like I said, I personally thought it was like a little bit hoppy with a slight bitter finish, but overall very good, smooth, and goes down easy, slightly dry. Nice.
I didn't notice until tonight that this has that much of a caramel taste to it.
Yeah.
It's actually rather sweet.
Well, and like I said, maybe that's why I always find it just a little bit creamy as well. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this off and give you my final thoughts and grade. Or our final thoughts and grade. As far as my final thoughts and grade, I give this a solid 3.0 out of 5. In Chad's grading world, that's probably like a 6.
Yeah, I'm just double whatever Jay gets.
Yeah,
but I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's a 6 is a little bit above average.
And where I come from...
What is a 3.0 in your...
Well, 2.5 is average in my world, so a 3.0 would be a good beer. Above average, good beer. You know, it's not top of the line, it's above average. So 3.0 would be a good beer in my book.
I think I like it a little bit better than you do.
Maybe you do. I mean, I have no issues with it. I love it, but I don't think it's a top quality beer. But
alright, well...
That wraps up...
Yeah, that just about does it, so...
that about wraps up Jay and Chad's beer review, or Chad and Jay's beer review, depending on which way you look at it.
Yep, for Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
So, till next time, thanks for watching.
I'm Chad.
I'm Jay.
See you next time.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.
I went back to Browns after me and you went because Eric wanted to try it out, and I was so kind of pissed off that they charged you $7 for 6 1.5 ounce shots of Belgian mixed beers. So I was like, and they didn't even want to give me I have to pay $3.50 for a mug. So on my way out, I saw one just kind of sitting there, and I was like, oh, I'm snatching that. So I snatched this Browns Brewing Cup pint glass for my own keep, and I figured, you know what, they're gonna steal from my wall. I'm gonna steal from them. So, you're not recording, are you?